We have some huge Daizen Maeda news to cover in today's video, as he has made a shocking admission to the media. Not only this, we also have a lot of Celtic news to discuss from the last 24 hours.
But first, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content.
Celtic defender Austin Trusty has given his reaction to reports linking Wilfried Nancy with the vacant manager's job at Celtic Park. The French coach, currently in charge of Columbus Crew, has emerged as the front-runner to replace Brendan Rodgers, having guided the MLS side to both the MLS Cup and Leagues Cup titles. Speaking to Glasgow, America, while on international duty with the USA, Trusty admitted the rumours have been a talking point among his teammates. A couple of the crew guys have mentioned it in the USA camp. We haven't talked too much in depth, but I know he's a good coach and has had a lot of success. They were asking if I'd seen it, and I was asking what their thoughts are. That sort of stuff has nothing to do with me, with regards to who the gaffer is going to be. If Martin stays, that would be awesome, but I have no control over whoever comes in. Nancy's rise in the MLS has drawn attention across Europe for his possession-based attacking football, a style that aligns perfectly with Celtic's philosophy. Meanwhile, Trusty has been in superb form under interim boss Martin O'Neill, earning back-to-back Man of the Match awards in recent weeks. The American has established himself as a key figure in Celtic's defence, regardless of who takes the reins permanently. He's stepped in impressively, while his fellow countryman Cameron Carter-Vickers has been sidelined and even earned a national team call-up. It remains a mystery why Brendan Rodgers didn't show more faith in the £6 million defender, but that's in the past. All focus now turns to the future and who will be in that Celtic dugout in the coming weeks. Now for the main story, as Daizen Maeda's future at Celtic is drifting back into the spotlight, and the latest comments from the Japan international only add to the feeling that a January departure is edging closer. After months of frustration surrounding his blocked summer move and continued interest from clubs in England and Germany, the forward has now spoken honestly about his situation for both club and country. Celtic had previously turned down multiple offers and convinced Maeda to stay, but his form, position change, and clear desire for a new challenge have kept the story alive. His own admission that he wanted to take the next step, only for Celtic to hold him back due to a lack of replacements, has hung over this season. Now, Maeda has offered fresh insight while on international duty, highlighting how he is being used at Celtic and expressing uncertainty about his starting place for Japan ahead of next year's World Cup. It adds another layer to a situation already complicated by Celtic's failed search for attacking reinforcements. He said, "Right now with Celtic, I'm playing in a position that's not my natural position on the team, on the right wing, but I am not in bad shape and I managed to score in our last game. I felt it was really important for me to be in this camp because I missed the last one, and the next one isn't until March and we have a World Cup coming up. Personally, I honestly feel like it's going to be tough for me to make the starting lineup, but I am happy to try and make an impact as a substitute if need be. I've been discussing my role with the coach Hajime Moriyasu, and I am ready to play if I am called upon." Maeda's comments couldn't come at a trickier time for Celtic. The club expect bids in January, and the fact he's been pushed out of his natural position only adds to the feeling that a change might be on the way. You can hear in his comments that he's trying to stay professional, but he also knows things aren't as settled for him as they used to be. He's still giving everything, just not hiding the reality of the situation. Celtic already knew he wanted to move on in the summer, and nothing he's said now hints that he's changed his mind. With the window getting closer, the club will need to decide whether to dig in again or finally let him take the next step he's been asking for. In other news, Celtic midfielder Benjamin Nygren has admitted he was sad to see Brendan Rodgers leave the club, revealing the former manager played a major role in convincing him to move to Glasgow. The Swede, who joined Celtic from FC Nordjylland in June, opened up on his reaction to Rodgers' shock resignation last month, which came just a day after the Celts' defeat to league leaders Hearts Celtic currently sits second in the Premiership, 7 points behind Derek McInnes' side, but with a game in hand. Speaking in his homeland, Nygren said Rodgers' departure came as a blow. "I was sad that Brendan Rodgers left because I liked him and think he is a really good manager. He was a big reason why I went to Celtic. I got a really good feeling for him, But I have had a lot of managers in my career, and I will probably have even more. I focus on what I can do and contribute what I can on the pitch. And the reason I believe we will turn the negativity around is because we are the best team in the country. Since Rodgers' exit, Martin O'Neill and Sean Maloney have taken interim charge, steadying results and restoring momentum as Celtic chase down Hearts at the top of the table. Nygren, meanwhile, has impressed in midfield since arriving in the summer, with 5 goals already, and despite the managerial upheaval, insists his focus remains fully on helping the team get back to the top of the league. The club do seem to have a top target to replace Rodgers' discussions with Nancy are set to ramp up in the coming days, and an appointment could come next week. It's a big few days ahead for Celtic's hierarchy. In other news, the news that Wilfried Nancy has emerged as the frontrunner for the Celtic job has begun to make waves across the Atlantic, but key figures in the American media are urging caution, insisting that no official contact has yet been made between Celtic and Columbus Crew Patrick Murphy of CBS Sports reported on X. Talking to a couple of sources with knowledge of the situation, number Crew 96 has not been contacted by Celtic regarding Wilfried Nancy. Fabian Renkel tweeted, "It would be catastrophic if Columbus lost Nancy in this off-season." That sentiment was echoed by MLS insider Tom Bogert, who wrote, FWIW, still no official contact between Celtic and Columbus Crew, I'm told. Wilfried Nancy is under contract, and Crew would need to authorise anything, plus work out compensation, if Nancy is to leave, not saying it can't or won't happen, just that it hasn't yet. So while reports in the United States suggest things are quiet at the Crew's end, sources in Scotland paint a different picture. Initial discussions between Celtic and Nancy's representatives have already taken place, and the club are now preparing to step up their pursuit over the weekend. Once Celtic have an agreement in principle with Nancy himself, they are expected to formally approach Columbus Crew and negotiate a compensation package worth around £2 million. If all goes smoothly, the process could accelerate into next week, the same week as Celtic's AGM. And while an appointment announcement wouldn't completely ease the growing tension among supporters and shareholders, unveiling a new permanent manager would be a significant step forward for the club heading into a crucial winter period. Celtic travel to St Mirren next Saturday evening. It's still unclear who will be in the dugout for this.
What do you think of what we discussed in today's video? Let us know down in the comments section below. Make sure you've liked this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Thank you, take care, goodbye.